Surface prizes.
Awesome. It might not be your caliber.
Any prize is good. Deb, I don't know if you can charge it.
That would be awesome.
What are you going to eat?
What? I know I won't have the clicker.
There's nothing else. There's nothing else. Sharing this with you. Right. Yeah. So we would love to.
We're just gonna expand on this.
Perfect. Awesome. This is where it's just no, that's fine. If this is a second that's great.
As long as one person got it, that's all I wanted.
And I sent it to people at Press, and they're all dying. Like it's going by.
Awesome. Thank you. I won't leave the zone. Okay. Unless I want to do something.
Well, the TV's right there.
Thank you.
That's the best I could get. Kind of pixelated.
You know, it's fun. I'm like, that's good.
Anyway, have you find
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely want to fix this.
yeah.
You know, where did yes. What? Katrina's now doing what?
Katrina,
You're good?
to help her in the library.
Really?
I know. I'm very delighted by it.
It's a really good
Awesome.
opportunity.
I'm totally, I haven't really worked with Emily at Definitely, right? Yeah.
Great too.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Oh,
Yeah.
is there an internet cable thing that I can plug in here?
Yeah, do you have a cable or do you need one?
I would need a cable if you have one handy, otherwise I don't pull it out of my office.
Okay, you're probably closer than I am.
Yeah, I'll go pull it out of my
I'm
office.
kind of cool webinar for this project. Specifically.
I mean, we can even talk, you guys, we need to talk about like going to well. You know, we always pick one or two schools to do like the main session. It's always, you know, 100+ people there.
Right,
So,
right,
yeah. Cool.
One more of our clinics to kind of relation to
Right.
Yeah.
the real presentation.
Right.
Well, that would be part of it, right? Yeah, it would be a full year.
Right.
Year.
Good idea. It was funny. Thanks so much over doing it.
Yeah, well, that's how it works, right? Yeah, I think we say it's very bending the wheel.
Yeah.
It's totally a very fair. All right, well, I'm gonna head over to the.
Really good
It's
video.
a big one.
Yeah, I don't want that.
Don't care about the.
Definitely.
I mean, it doesn't seem full enough.
Whatever you think is more.
We thought somebody actually pitched this.
Yeah, it is, but it's somebody that's not.
We looked at
This is the right thing, yes. Yes, you can. Whoops.
You got one, I make sure you got it right.
Oh, it's mine.
You got one to the internet. so
Yeah.
make sure you got it right.
Let me,
So it's not letting you
hold
on.
on a second, no, it's asking me for,
Hold on one second.
so I'm gonna go.
No, now go.
Oh, it's for this here. I mean, yeah, run into the office. That couple of hours. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Yes, exactly. And then you want to take out the sheets of paper and pass the sheets of paper around the room.
Is that our first prize?
The paper?
Yeah.
No, it's the game board.
There you go. Yeah.
That was going to make it too hard.
Thank you.
Parents, Jared. Parents, Jared. Walk over to 270 and CV's there real quick.
Jerry, Aaron, did you need help with something?
Yeah, he wanted to click it, but clicker don't work with the Apple system. So he done downloaded it to a USB, and he want to put on live, but he was talking about trying to switch it, like switch something, and I don't know how to switch.
Okay, I'll be right down.
Thanks. 160. So I can go get one if he wants one.
I have a intern.
Keeping the scores on. I had more problems. You know what the downside is with them? They don't have a, like, if they only attempt 9 questions, and they get 9, let's say there are 10 questions, if they attempt 9 out of 9, they get more rank, they get 100%. If they don't attempt that 10 questions, that's not the score.
I do.
But it's still better than having them not have.
Yeah, that's fine.
Certificate. I I hated that too.
Are we using any or all of these pens to?
No, we're not using any of that. Yes, yes. You need
It's worked out really well because most of them are so they love the Cali. That's
Yeah.
Here. Probably, you need one?
No, I got one.
We're gonna wait a minute here, I think, to get started.
Keep those fancy dollars.
I know.
That's what I'm assuming was it.
Yes, I really thought of those, and then I thought, am I being a good steward of Cali's money? I'm buying those fancy bingo card things. So when I finish that dilemma,
Gotcha, unless you offer a program that every year.
I know. Then I have to collect them, check them in, they need a scan code to make sure they're there, right? All right.
Not that I know about bingo
This. I gotta take a picture before I eat. I recorded my eating to my wife.
I have a fuller one.
No, this is perfect. Oh, okay. This will be perfect.
You want it? You ate?
I threw mine away.
Your wife for you how to eat?
No, actually, we just, we're always talking.
Hi, babe.
Oh, thanks.
All right, it's 2:30. We're going to get started here. I'm Deb Quintel. I'm the Director of Curriculum Development with CALI. And this is my assistant, Dan Fines. He is our summer worker for this summer. He's our student clerk. Dan is going to be assisting me. We're going to be playing CALI Bingo. And the way this works,
Okay.
the way this works is I have all sorts of interesting facts and information about Cali in this box. Wait for the pop. It's fresh. You don't want to ever use a lesson that doesn't snap when you open it. It's just bad law. All right, so if you have a question at any point, I would hope you would interrupt. This is just for fun. I made this little Cali Bingo card. I think everyone should leave a winner. And if not, you're all a winner in my heart. So when you receive 4 words across, down, or diagonal, if you would join in the play and scream out Cali, circle R, then Dan will come and find you and we will verify your board. And then you get to pick from my very own basket of Cliff Bar treats. Ooh. So right now, I'm not going to be offended if someone was expecting like larger prizes, like, I don't know, giant rings or domes of truth or something like that. But I do have 5 flavors of Cliff Bars. All right, are you ready to play Cali Bingo? Yeah! All right. Oh, and I should say, for those of you viewing on home, I really hesitate to put a board on interstate commerce. I just really wasn't sure of the legalities. So draw up your own 16 box grid. Play along when you're a winner, because I know you will be. I'm looking right at the camera. Meet up with me at AALS and I'll buy you a coffee. All right, shall we get started?
They have thousands of viewers.
I might be buying people coffee forever and ever. All right. So our first category is A, 150. A, 150. So you might be asking, what is 150 Cali? Does anyone know? We have 150 authors.
Oh, authors.
Yeah, wow. It's pretty amazing.
How many lessons are there?
Oh, that might be an answer, Norm. All right, our next one is A, Legal Education Commons. So put a little mark there if you've got it. The Legal Education Commons is the part of the CALI website where you can post things on your own. There you go. You can post things on your own materials for anyone to use at any time. You allow them to use the material, change it, modify it, things like that. All right, our next one is,
I have a question about that.
yes,
If I post something on Elangdale Commons, what kind of licensing am I required to provide for that? Is it the share and share alike license, or?
you still own the copyright in it, so you can put any license up there that you'd like.
Oh,
I
okay,
don't think it comes with our license.
okay.
Right.
So you don't have
But
requirements?
as a disclaimer, I would suggest you read the fine print on the website. We might suggest that you're putting it up there for a share and share alike, rather than just a storage facility. So we don't view ourselves as a storage.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if people like have to give attribution, the attribution required part.
Oh, yeah, no, yeah.
So
If
it's
you're
our
covered
cost.
by ours, it's an attribution required. Yeah. All right, so does that answer?
Yes, it does,
Okay.
thank you.
Our next one is a tax. A tax. Anyone know the relation of tax lessons to CALI lessons?
It's foreign to me.
They were the first lessons in the library.
They might have been. That exceeds my knowledge, but you might have that knowledge, having been involved in CALI longer. We have more lessons in tax than any other subject area. We have almost 250 tax lessons. Wow. All right, let's see if we can mix the board up a little bit here. L, award. I know, it doesn't start with a letter A. That would have been a good one. The CALI Excellence for the Future Award. How many of you are familiar with the CALI Excellence for the Future Award? It's the, years ago, there used to be a prize for the student with the highest grade in the class, and that award is no longer offered by that vendor. So CALI stepped in and we offer the CALI Excellence for the Future Award, which schools decide if they want to participate in the program, and schools decide which student gets the award for the highest grade in a particular class. And then CALI creates the awards. They're manufactured actually here in our office. And Dan, come into camera range. Because Dan has already been working for me for 4 days now. He's already made hundreds of awards. Yeah, he has a very quick learning curve. We just put together our 200,000th award. So that's pretty amazing. All right.
Do not all schools?
No, all schools do not participate. I think the number is around 120. Yeah. All right. Virtual award. Virtual award. Who knows what the virtual award is? The virtual award, Dan, one of your jobs is going to be help me read this teeny screen.
Okay.
Oh, there it is, the big button that says award. Great. I'm going to make my screen a little bit bigger for all of us. Oh, there, that's much bigger. Good job. Oh, that's much better. Okay. So the Excellence for the Future Award, the virtual awards, the students are given a URL on the bottom. Oh, thanks, Norm. Norm's pulling out a magnifier for those of you following along at home. Ever my helpful author. The virtual awards is a URL that appears on the bottom of every student's certificate. And it appears, well, I will point with my laser finger. It's along the bottom, just to the left of the gold seal. The student can put that virtual award URL, which is unique to them, on their resume. And then when they send out their resume, people can click on that and see their award. It's pretty cool. All right. The game must be harder than I thought because we have 5 and we don't have a winner yet. All right. A, correlation tables. How many of you know that we have correlation tables? And you might be thinking, well, that's fabulous. And what are we correlating to? We are correlating to case books. And I'm going to pick on the accounting lessons right now. So here are some of the case books that are out there. And for some courses, such as property, it's a much longer list. And it's a suggested list for students. If you're working from a particular case book and working from a particular working a particular CALI lesson, these are the pages in the book might correlate to. So the way students use it, of course, is they have a case book and they're stuck on somewhere on the random pages of 70 to 85. They come and look to see if a CALI lesson is there. If you ever look at this correlation table and you see a subject area that CALI has lessons in that we haven't yet correlated, please let me know because I have student law clerks standing by to correlate for us. And we also do books on request. So if you see a subject area we cover, but your book is not in that, please let us know and I will track down a copy of the book. And if you want to send me a book that you're currently using, I will mail it back to you because it makes correlating much easier when I actually have the book. All right, LRCAP. LRCAP. It's an acronym. Legal Research Community Authoring Project. How many of you are librarians in the room? You folks know about LRCAP, Legal Research Community Authoring Project. This is the way that we are adding legal research lessons to the library. It's in partnership. It's CALI's initiative to foster the creation of legal education materials in the area of legal research. And we are working, it's an editorial board made up of all CIS members. For those of you who are part of AALL, all CIS makes sense to you. Thank you very much. And the 8 members of the All CIS committee serve as the editorial board of LRCAP. And they work with my colleague Sarah Glassmeyer, creating legal research lessons. All the lessons are reviewed by editorial board members, just as they are in any other substantive area. And as of this month, we have published over 150 legal research lessons, including one specific legal research lesson in either primary or secondary research in, anyone want to make a guess, how many states? 37 states. Yep, we've been pretty busy. We started the LRCAP program a number of years ago to form a collective group of people and have some organization for how we were working and collecting legal research lessons. So it's a really exciting project. If any of you are legal research librarians, which I guess is pretty much redundant, if any of you are librarians and are interested in writing a lesson on your state, you should talk to Sarah. All right. C, flickr.com. So why am I mentioning flickr.com? Well, CALI has 450 drawings of images, and I'll pull up Flickr here for you because it's pretty cool. And go to our CALI org site. And these 450 cartoon drawings illustrate different legal concepts or scenarios. One of the things that Dan's going to be doing this summer is tagging them yet again. Every time I get a student clerk in, he or she tags again because there are 50 ways to leave your lover and there are 10 ways to describe an automobile, car, VW, bug, that sort of thing. So we'll see how far down Dan can drill and how fine he can be with his descriptions. So these work well in PowerPoint, and you are free to use them. We also do drawings on commission for our legal research lessons. Just another reason to be involved. All right, we should have a winner soon. I, password administrator. Someone got. This is the person at your school who is responsible for the authorization code. So there's one person who's assigned this responsibility, and they hand out the authorization code to all of your students and faculty. That's a duplicate. Oops. L, LinkedIn. CALI has a LinkedIn group for CALI Award winners. And it's very popular, and some of the folks post things like, I'm coming to Miami, I'd like a job. And hopefully someone in Miami will say, well, I'm a CALI Award winner from 2004, and I would like to give you a job. So it's just another way to network. I, lessons. This goes to Norm's question before. CALI has over 950 interactive tutorials in more than 35 areas of law. It's really close to 40 areas of law, and I get really confused when I'm counting things like remedies, because it's a standalone course, but it's also a capstone, so we have some things cross-listed. So we're going to hit 1,000 really soon. I think the number is closer than 950, but my colleagues say no. So I just keep working with authors until I hit that magic 1,000. C, lesson link. Anyone here ever used lesson link?
Yeah.
Yay! All right, Dan, let's verify. Bring the board up.
All right, so we've got lesson link.
Yes!
Legal Education Commons.
Yes!
LRCAP.
LRCAP, yes.
LRCAP. And Password Administrator.
Awesome, wonderful! Now you get to pick from our lovely bin of Cliff Bars. I should have reached out to Cliff Bars as a sponsor next year. Ooh. All right, and the game continues. Because there can be as many winners as I have Cliff Bars.
We were talking about lesson link.
I was talking about lesson link, exactly, thank you. It's a feature of the CALI website that lets faculty members track student usage. Let me show you what it looks like here. I'm going to go down to where I have lesson link.
It's fabulous.
Excuse me?
It's fabulous.
It's fabulous, yes.
Fabulous.
I think it's, here it is, CALI lesson link. I have a few more categories because I'm very special as a staff member. I just want to point out my specialness. So that's why I can never find things. It's going to look much easier and be easier for you all to find. So when I click on lesson link, it shows me my current lesson links. And I have to go into my archives because I think things have turned over in the last few weeks and I haven't brought up a new course. But basically, here's my exciting course from spring 2013. And I'm going to go down to my favorite course here, which is my double LS course, because it's an oldie but goldie. And here I've got my course was AA sample course, and you can see all the details for things. So I'm going to go to, does that say architecture, Dan?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, awesome. All right, perfect. And you can see that I ran this lesson in 2005, and I scored a whopping, the numbers are really blurry, but it looks like 24%. 34. 34, oh, that's much better. 34 is much better. That's worth printing out for the fridge. So if a number of students had run this through lesson link, it would have shown all the student names and all their scores. And then what you do is you click on an individual student's score, and you see exactly which choice they made in each instance. And then as I scroll down, you can see which ones I got right and which ones I got wrong. And when it comes time to add an essay in, you can see the exact text of the essay. And I'll tell you, the Partridge Family holds up even today in 2013 because they were just an awesome, awesome show and group. No one can tell me otherwise. And so Lesson Link does not, or Cali lessons, of course, do not score, but it tells you what the essay is. Now, Lesson Link is a special feature that you have to use. It doesn't come automatically with lessons. You have to create a lesson link to see all this backhand information about the student lessons. And if you go to the Cali website and you type in lesson link in our search box, it'll pull up a really nice FAQ that tells you exactly how to make a lesson link. All right. Moving on. With this one, I pulled it really tight. I must have been on the phone with someone. Whoops. A, games. Did you know Cali has a number of games on the website? They're just playful little things. One of them is a very cool little picture of all the Supreme Court justices. So I'm going to go lessons by topic. And then I'm just going to scroll down here to my games category, which must be, I'm looking for a short word. Do you see the word games in here? E-F. Hold on, maybe we consider games a... There it is.
Yeah.
It's first year. I think these are games for all ages, however. We've got two games. The appeal game is basically, have you ever played that game with cards where you put them all down and then you turn over one, it's a 7 of diamonds, you put it down, you turn over another, it's the 8 of hearts, you put it down, then you try to remember where those cards are.
Concentration.
Yeah, exactly. It's that game, and we play it with states that are part of courts of appeals jurisdictions. So it might be the outline of California, for example, and you would have to identify it as part of the Ninth Circuit. So that's a pretty fun game. My favorite one is the Supreme Court Justice game, and this one is actually pretty challenging. And the way that you play this game is you have a selection of which court you'd like to be part of. So we'll play the court here. And I click a justice to begin. And as I click the justice, a case comes up, and I have to determine whether or not which case does not belong, which case was not written by this particular justice. And then if I get it right, then it goes over and becomes a little book on my screen, which I think my screen is too small here. There it is, there you go. So I get my little book over here because I got that one right. And it jumbles its key sentences and holdings and things from various key cases, and it jumbles them all the time. So it's kind of hard to guess. I got super lucky here. For my 34% score from the other one, I probably pretty much guessed.
I thought you would reverse it.
Dad, is that a lesson that a faculty member, you know, the other lessons we can open up and edit to you to?
Yeah, you can't edit this one.
Oh, too bad.
If you wanted to add things to it for the collective, we would love to chat with you, Barb. Sam is the only one who can work the magic in this lesson. It's in something magical.
Okay.
Yeah. And then notice also I get a green halo because I got it right. So it's pretty fun. All right, we play along. L, laudables.
Okay. Getting there. Come on.
Yeah. Oh, all right. Laudables, here's the setup. It's a podcast. It's 10 minutes long because we are all about giving students things to do in their otherwise downtime. So students who are commuting or something, they've got this 10-minute podcast. And the setup for laudables is that a student appears at your office door with a very discreet question. Something very specific rather than, I don't understand anything you've said all semester. Something that you could hopefully answer in 10 minutes. And then the professor in this Laudable podcast describes what's going on. And we're very fortunate because actually Barb Lester Fines is one of our Laudable's authors sitting right here with us.
Where is this? I've never heard of it.
You've never heard of this?
No.
Oh, good heavens, Lord. It is on our website. It's one of the Classcaster sites. Yeah, it's a Classcaster. If I typed that right, I should have got it. You can subscribe, and here's, wait, you can tell me to go somewhere else. Oh, I have to go to, I think, our blog. Here we go, laudables.classcaster. Oh, look, it's Barb.
Yeah.
I gotta update that picture.
That's going to be one of Dane's jobs this summer, to email you about that.
That's right. One was great.
And we've got a variety of topics.
Do you have evidence on there?
We got a couple evidence about impeaching a hearsay declarant who does not appear in court. They're very discreet.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Are there more evidence?
Pardon?
Are there more evidence?
I think there are. I think Professor Best did 3 or 4 evidence ones.
Cool.
We will work with you. All you have to do is create. I'm not hooked into the sound here,
Right.
but all you have to do is they've got a really cool little start to them. All you have to do is record the actual talking as though you're talking to a student. You don't give any, oh, hi, Bill, thanks for coming into my office. You just pretend the student is there and silent, and we give you a really fancy music intro and introduce you and a fancy outro. It's very slick production. Again, another thing that my student worker, Dan, is going to be working on this summer. I'm spoiling the whole summer for you. All right.
I actually used Dan in my Laudable to make it a question and answer session because on one of them it was too artificial. I would never have a student come in and ask a question and just answer it in 10 minutes because it would require asking a few more questions back and stuff. And so that worked pretty good too. I think we have a little conversation as a podcast.
And we will lend anyone, Dan, to you for the summer. We will lend out Dan's
Fly him
voice talent. What?
Fly him out to California?
No, it would have to be over the phone.
Oh.
Yeah. If I'm not going to buy fancy prizes, do you think I'm sending Dan to California?
Never thought it. That was a joke.
I think we could probably do it like over the phone or something. We could work out the details. All right. C, Lulu.com. Lulu.
Callie.
Yay! Dan, would you get his card for verification purposes only?
Okay, let's verify. We've got Lulu.com.
Yes!
Legal Education Commons.
Yes!
Award.
Yes!
And Password Administrator.
Yes! CALI! Would you allow him to pick from the vast collection of Cliff Bars?
Yes, I will.
Because often working CALI lessons is an endurance event, and you need to keep up your carbs and proteins. There are so many to choose from. So Lulu is a third-party vendor that we work with. Wait, it's this. We have a free ebook publishing company. We have a free ebook publishing company called Langdell Press, where we publish case books in ebook format for free on the elangdell.cali.org website. However, we also put these into a print format, and we use Lulu as our third-party vendor for printing. It's a print-on-demand company, and the price that students are charged is the exact price that it costs for printing the book from Lulu. CALI does not receive any money from this at all, and I spent 3 hours getting rid of our 2-cent profit one day because I clicked the wrong button. For example, this The contracts course that we have out is a 3-volume paperback series, and all 3 volumes will run you about $26 plus shipping. So it's a traditional casebook and a great alternative for your faculty if they want to use a different casebook than that's out there, obviously. If they want to take from a casebook and supplement the existing casebook, or if they just like this casebook and want to save their students some money. It's open source, which means you can modify it, so folks can add and delete. There is a teacher's manual available on the E-Langdell website. I, of course, am not selling print versions of the teacher's manual because I can't control the passwords on this. If you want to see the teacher manual, go to the CALI website, go to elangdell.cali.org, log in with your CALI credentials, and magical things will appear, all the teacher's manuals. And when you forget that, just shoot me an email. All right, so that's Lulu. CALI Author. CALI Author is our lesson authoring software. You can use it to edit and modify lessons because all of our lessons can be changed. So I was just talking to someone yesterday who said, well, I modify the lessons because they're too long. Or someone said, I modify the lessons because I want to cover something additional in my course. So they're pretty easy to modify. They're not easy to modify 24 hours before you want to assign it. And that's the very simple reason that you have to kind of track me down or someone at CALI to walk you through the use of the software and give you the secret code, which I will not be sharing with you, our viewer. I'm just having too much fun with this camera.
You know, Deb, I don't think it's recording, by the way.
Oh, you don't think it is? Oh, well, I'm still having fun.
So can I clarify that then?
Please.
So what you're saying is that with CALI Author, what you can do is there's an existing lesson out there. I don't like part of it. I can chop it out for my part, for me, and then the real CALI lesson that your author did stays the same. And I just have a modified one for my class.
Right.
Okay.
And you actually then are building us up to, so how do you get your modified version to your students? Because it's on your desktop right now.
Oh, okay.
So what you would do is you would auto-publish it up to a super secret part of the CALI website with a unique URL that you would share with only your students.
Okay.
Now, I say only your students, and there are instances out there because you can get the information for the auto-published lessons just like lessonlee. So you can see a list of all your students. And I do, once a semester, get a call from a professor saying, I've got names running these lessons who are not in my class. And there's that sort of, I don't think they're in my class because I haven't seen them all this semester. And what happens is you get an auto-publish link from your professor and you think it's really cool and you share it with your friend. And then your friend shares it and pretty soon most of Missouri is running a lesson. All right. Membership. All right. Who can be a member of CALI? Just about any organization these days. Law schools, we have over 200 law schools in the United States that are members of CALI. We have international law schools. If your business school at your university would like to be a member, they can join for a reduced rate. We also are a membership organization for law firms, state and county law libraries, and if you don't fit in any of these categories I've named off, please contact us because it's quite possible you did.
So how many members are there?
I only count the law school members.
Well, I didn't even know 70 other laws.
Yes, we've got 200 law schools. There are 85 legal study departments that are members at undergrad, university level. We've got a number of MBA programs. I think almost everybody in Canada, all the Canadian law schools, and then a number of countries, Europe, Asia.
The whole country?
No, schools within the country.
Uh-oh.
That's not good.
No input is detected.
Not very good.
No, it's not very good. Oh, there it is. All right. Perfect.
Timed you up.
Pardon?
Timed you up.
Apparently. All right. C, new lessons. There is an RSS feed for new lessons, so you can sign up and receive an email from CALI when new lessons are added to the library. That's pretty exciting. We publish only about somewhere between 40 and 55 lessons. The most I ever did in a year was 52. So 40 to 55 lessons a year. So you're not going to be hearing from us daily. You won't be hearing from us weekly. We have little bursts of activity as people clear their desk. We clear ours. So don't be frightened, and please sign up. I'm very good at folding. Flyers. Oh, a four-way Cali. Five-way. Yeah, six-way. All right, this is the trifecta. All right.
All right, over here we've got lesson link.
Yes.
Membership.
Yes.
Flyers.
Yes.
Okay, where's my next one? All right. Right here we've got lesson link, tax, award, flyers.
Yes, Cali.
Hey,
Didn't say you couldn't win twice.
No, I would have given you. I should have given you a clean card.
we've got lesson link, tax, award, flyers.
Here, is this a different card than you currently? Yeah, you can keep that one. It's just for if anyone needs a new card.
Lesson link, legal education commons, membership, flyers.
Yes, Cali.
Lesson link, tax, membership, flyers.
Come on, everyone. Cali. Way in the back, Dan. Does anyone need a new card?
We're just sharing our frustration over our.
Oh, you must have the same sheet I have.
Trust me, this is rigged for everyone to win.
Lesson link, tax, membership, flyers.
Cali.
Anything else?
You should have taken your basket.
Yeah, where's our?
Yeah, I gotta do that.
Yeah, we didn't rehearse this very much.
Yeah.
Next year when we have the printed cards and those dotty things, we will be all over this game.
You could probably keep going.
I could probably keep going, yeah. It's gonna be a while. CEB. The CALI Editorial Board reviews every lesson in its draft form. I'm the first one to look at a lesson. I have not taught in every legal subject area, and as my authors will tell you, that does not stop me from providing them with, anywhere from 5 to 8 lovingly typed pages of notes about the lesson. Then the author revises the lesson, and then it comes back to me, and I turn it out to the CALI Editorial Board, where one of 60 law professors or law librarians around the country spends 6 hours of their time reviewing it, provides another half dozen pages of comments, and the lesson goes back to the author for final review. So everything is peer reviewed. It's anonymous peer review. Elaine Dell. You again, Norm?
Yeah.
Oh, and the gentleman in the back.
Oh, wait, no.
Oh, you're just, all right, who callied on that one? Just Norm? Dan? Professor Garland got another one. All right, I'm going to keep going. He would have added Elin Dell. I'm sure that, I think verifying is a little over the top at this point.
Yeah, he's good.
iWebinars. How many of you know that in February of 2012, CALI offered a free Mook, a massive open, is that a CALI?
No.
Oh, you know about Mook?
How many?
Oh, okay, cool. Thank you. Sorry, I'm asking multiple questions here. That would be a bad teaching moment, where you ask multiple questions and then confuse the students. All right, it was in Topics in Digital Law Practice. It's available on the website right now if you want to go back and look. We had almost 1,000 people signed up for it. The highest number attending at any one time was around 500. You attended synchronous sessions and you heard guest speakers, and then there were postings afterward and homework that was optional to do. And they're really sensational. We had some great speakers. Many of the folks who are speakers are also members of the A to J project that's going on tomorrow. Hold on, now my computer's doing weird things. All right, doesn't matter. All right. A@CaliOrg. Yay! You can follow, and in the back, @CaliOrg is our Twitter, so you can follow Cali at @CaliOrg. How many of you follow us on Twitter? Awesome, excellent. Facebook.com/CaliOrg. We're also, another Cali, yay!
I'm cleaning up.
Facebook.com/CaliOrg. Cali is also on Facebook, and you can like us. We would really like it if you liked us. And you can follow us. We find that a lot of the students actually, we have in every lesson, there's a link that goes directly to me, sends me an email, and I get all the comments from the students, and then I spread them out to the faculty members for the related lesson. And what we're finding is a lot of students connect to us through Facebook or Twitter and say, is there a good lesson to run on attorney-client privilege? Or why can't I, get this question right or something? So we monitor those sites.
Yeah.
Okay.
ScoreSave. ScoreSave is a new feature we added this year. We're pretty excited about it. In effect, it's a bookmark. It allows the student to save the score where they are and then come back to the lesson later on.
And then, is that part of each lesson?
Yes, it's automatically built into the lesson. When students complete a lesson now, they're asked, do you want to resume this later, or do you want to complete this and save the score? Once they complete it, they can work the lesson again, but through another iteration. They can't work that same version again. C Instapoll.
Cali, finally!
Yay! Oh, and over here too. Instapoll is our, I'm trying to get to my, Instapoll is our online polling website. Oops. Hold on. I mean, this isn't going to be good. Suppose you're sitting in class and you want to poll your students immediately. You can create a poll. You go to, I always go to the Cali website, and under Tools, it's listed under Tools. And then click on Create a Poll, and it will launch a poll with the numbers. If anyone's connected to the internet here, so now I ask my question. How many of you think that the plaintiff should get $20,000? Pick A. $30,000. Pick B. $40,000. Pick C. And the numbers will tally up here, and the results will appear. So it's a great way to just quickly get a poll going in the class and engage your students.
They have to be signed up on Cali with their laptop to do.
No, they have to, you would give them a poll number. They would go in and enter a poll number.
On the Cali website? On the Cali website.
Yeah, they have to be on the Cali website. But they don't have to be signed into the Cali website, but it all happens on the Cali website.
And they have to have an individual number or one number for the class?
One number for the whole poll. You do not know, you don't know who voted.
That's better than Clicker. Cheaper.
Well, it is cheaper than the clicker. Yeah, anything would be cheaper than the clicker. Right.
I don't understand, if they don't have to be signed into Cali, how do they get there to?
They go to the Cali website, but they don't have to log in.
Oh, see how they have the phone number over there?
Yeah.
On the phone number, it says 911. It's right up in the top.
Right here.
Okay, so they just go to that.
Right, so they go to cali.org, Instapoll, and I have two choices, create a new poll or enter a poll number. So, yeah.
And they could do that on their phone if they had internet.
Anything that's got an internet access, they can do.
So I can join you now, actually.
Yes, you could. If I did this right, it should work, Michael.
911.
I know, isn't that weird? That that would be the one that came up now? That's kind of wow.
Chris, already.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
B. Awesome. It's kind of, thank you.
Somebody got it.
Yeah, it's pretty nifty. It's a good way, because it's so instantaneous, sometimes you look out in the class and you realize that people are just not engaged with you. And you need a question, and you know if you ask a question, you know the number of hands that go up is not going to be proportionate to the number of students for whom the event is true. You could say, how many of you would like to win $1 million? And heads will go down on the desk for fear that you might actually call on them. And so this is a great way to engage the student where it's not, oh, I know what Michael picked. I know what whoever our mystery F person was. So that's pretty fun. All right. I updates lessons. Yes, Cali regularly updates lessons. The legal research lessons are on an exact cycle. The tax lessons are on an exact cycle for updating. Other subject areas are on an irregular update cycle. Criminal procedure, I had those people updating almost monthly. I think if you asked them, they would feel that I was contacting them monthly.
You could blame the Supreme Court.
Well, right, I don't want to point fingers to Washington, D.C., but hey, I will. Right, it pretty much was Washington, D.C., the Supreme Court that was vexing them. L, crossword. Cali has a number of crossword puzzles. Again, Barb is one of our authors of crossword
I
puzzles.
just wrote one the other day because I had a student who was coming to class and he was disengaged. He was sticking his head out the window and gazing off into the atmosphere. And so I wrote a crossword puzzle and I brought it to class and I said, here, spend your time in class doing this. And he found it, he was like, oh, a crossword puzzle. And he was so excited. And then but he also got the message that he needed to be a little more engaged. They're real easy. There's a great program to write them, so it's not hard to do.
So the puzzle prints, they don't work online. The puzzle print's different from the answer sheet, but they're great at just giving students terms of art. Most of them are, we got a couple in civil procedure, a couple in family law, I think a couple in torts. So they're just a great way to engage students.
Is the software on Cali?
No, it's not.
Crossword compiler.
Yeah.
And they just came out with a 9th edition of it. It gets better every iteration. It's
Yeah.
really cheap. It's like $25 or something.
Right.
What's it called?
Crossword compiler. And you can put in a whole list of words, and then it'll generate all the different iterations of crossword puzzles that you could make out of those words. And then you can just pick whichever one you like that looks best.
Yeah, you see that one of the issues with a lot of long words, like we have in the law, is it's really hard to have them intersect tightly. We're not really doing New York Times level crosswords. However, it's fun and it gets the students spelling the words correctly, which is kind of a treat if you're reading exams. L, lessons by author.
Cali.
Yay!
Lessons by author on the app.
Do all of these flip bars taste like maple sugar? I've never had one before.
Oh, I would not, don't eat more than one, Norm.
I'm not.
Okay. They'll really hit your stomach like a big blob of
It's pretty dense.
deliciousness. Yeah, they're dense, that's the word I'm looking for. They're
I could barely
delicious.
finish it, but.
Yeah, they're,
But I am.
they're really great for putting in your back pocket when you're biking, and then you just gnaw on it over
My
50
biking days
miles.
are over.
Well,
Sorry.
that's okay. I ride the back of a tandem. So there are a few things I do in the back of the tandem. I tweet, and I eat Cliff Bars.
Do they all have this maple leaf flavor?
You know, I've never noticed that. 'Cause
Which one do you have?
I had a macadamia and
Okay.
white chocolate.
Buttery ones are pretty peanut buttery.
Okay, at this point, because everyone has not been a winner yet, those of you who have won a lot, I would ask if you would just play for the pure sport of playing, rather than playing to win, if you wouldn't mind, so that we can all walk out of here a winner. That would be gracious, thank you. All right, because I really thought this was rigged to win more quickly. Apparently, I'm not good at cheating. All right, let's see. Oh, we were talking about, what was the...
By author.
what was it?
Lessons by
Oh
author.
yeah, lessons by author, thanks Norm. So lessons by author is a way that you can find the lessons. So if you do one of Norm Garland's lessons, for example, and you decide that you like you want to see what all of his lessons are like, you can find Norm here and see his entire list of all of his lessons. And then you can sort of get a sense of what, if you like one author, if you're a Stephen King fan, you might like all his stuff. Not that Norm's lessons are like Stephen King at all.
Oh, they're just like.
I can work them before bed and I just fall right asleep. No okay. Training. Training.
Cali.
All right, excellent. CALI Author Training. This is where you and I meet on the webinar, or you watch one of our webinars, or I visit your school and train you in how to use our CALI Author software. C, Fellowship. CALI Fellowship is an authoring model that we use to create lessons. I have run a dozen fellowships at this time. Barb was a member of a fellowship. Norm was a member of a fellowship. You were in 1999, June 1999, University of Oregon. The law school opened the day before we arrived at the conference. It was awesome. We bring together 5 strangers who teach the subject area, and
Some are stranger than others.
well, there you go. That's life when you're working with strangers. And by the end of the fellowship, you have formed friendships and bonds, and you have written, each fellow has written 5 to 12 lessons for CALI, depending on, our current model is you meet for 6 months and write 5 lessons. We have dinner, we have weekend get-togethers where I keep people locked in a room for 8 hours talking about lessons. It is fun! All right.
Kansas City barbecue.
Yeah.
It's a really powerful experience of collaboration and teaching that we otherwise don't usually get. And you learn an awful lot talking with other people at that level about how they think about their teaching and their courses.
Because we talk a lot about teaching and how you should think about learning objectives and pedagogy in the lessons. So it's not just about eating immense amounts of chocolate that I carry around with me at any time. All right, LibTours. I think LibTours are so fun. It's a QR code.
A what?
A lib, L-I-B, like short for library. It's a 1-minute recorded podcast about a particular reference material at a library. For example, the ALRs, the American Law Reports, as we know. All right, so you take this QR code and you post it on the bookcase by your ALRs. And then when students are about in October or November and they know they've studied ALR but they can't remember what they do, they walk up to the QR code with their smartphone and they listen to the 1-minute recording of what it is. It's really cool. We've got them posted on the website. We are always looking for more law librarians to give us a 1-minute podcast. Give us a script. All you have to do is do a script. And Dan does our recording for us this summer.
Oh, just this summer.
This summer. Right, in the past, whoever's there does it, but Dan's got an awesome voice.
How do I find out if we have these in my school?
Talk to your law librarians. They would likely know.
Where on the website do you find that?
Oh, these are,
Oh, they're on the website?
yeah, they're on our website. They are buried. So I search for live tours and there we go. I think this is them.
We just copy the QR code.
You print it out
Okay.
somehow. I can't read this well enough. I want to go to one
We're
of
trying to
these.
find an idea for law libraries, live tours or something.
Here we go. Here's about it. And then you find the particular tour you want.
Oh, they're all done. Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah.
And you can listen to it. And then there's also a flyer associated with each one. So you just print out that flyer and it gives you the QR code right there. Right. I like that
You
idea.
knew about this?
C, subject outlines. This,
I have another Cali and I now filled up, just for the record.
yeah,
I filled up the entire card.
you would fill up the entire card. There must be other people here who fill the entire card, because there are only a few versions of the card.
I got one on third.
Okay.
I'm not playing anymore.
All right. Thank you for yelling out Cali though, Nora. Subject outlines. This is our taxonomy of how the world exists. Basically, we said, what if we gathered 50 faculty members who all teach evidence in the room, and we said, show us your syllabus, show us everything you do teach and wish you could teach. And we put that all into our taxonomy, and then we make our lessons based off of that. So the end result is we end up with this big, gigantic outline on the website that you can find by going to, if I love my websites. If you go to lessons, and then it's by subject outline. And then where there's a topic that's related, there's a link to it. So here we are in business associations, corporations, and you can see we've got something on agency, but we're a little bit thin on the creation of agency right now. So students can, if they know a buzzword, they can find the lesson. Because sometimes when they're learning a subject area, they don't know what words they're looking for. C, Classcaster. Kelly. Yay!
Any of these Kellys actually want to play the part?
You want a Cliff Bar? Yeah. Some people have one more than others, that's right. Oh,
Delicious.
and Dan in the center there. Classcaster is our free blogging and podcasting network. I know, Norm, you use it a lot. You put up videos of your class, PowerPoints of your class.
Yeah.
Some folks use it to put up a podcast if they're going to miss a class, something like that. So you should definitely look at Classcaster. It even has a number that you can call. It is a cost number. It's not like a 900 number. I should be more clear on my language. But it's a long distance number. You're calling a phone in Atlanta. This is how rumors start. You're calling a phone in Atlanta, and you talk into the phone, and then you press some buttons afterwards, and there are instructions. You follow the directions, and then it posts the podcast that you just made, the recording, directly up to your website for your students. So the neat thing is, you intended to be back from the conference for class tomorrow, and you're sitting at O'Hare and it's 3 a.m. and you're not going to make it for class. So you can actually present your class over the telephone, and the students can then, you can send them an email and say, click here, listen to this, have a great day. All right, so that's really fun.
I don't know why more people don't use this. I mean, my school, all the recording facilities in the classroom, they just turn it on and they send me the recordings and I post them on a Classcaster. So students adore it because if they miss something, You know, if they're taking notes, I say, don't bother taking notes for every word I'm saying. You can listen to it or watch it on Classcaster.
And a neat thing, some faculty have told me that when they're at the younger end of teaching a particular course, maybe they've only taught a course once or twice, they will go and find a more seasoned faculty member who has posted their lesson or their class presentations up onto Classcaster, and they will listen through and sort of think, oh, is that the way that I would present that particular concept? And then some faculty do sort of a weekly summary, and they say, here are the key points you should have gotten out of it for the week. So this pretty much wraps up CALI, the game. Now I know some of you probably scored CALI and did not scream it out because you want the personal satisfaction of winning is fine, and that's wonderful. We have a few Cliff Bars, so if you did not get a Cliff Bar and you would like one, Dan will be handing them out here as you leave. And if you have any questions about CALI, please feel free to contact me. You can go to the CALI website, and you can click on About, and you can get all of our staff information, and you can find me, and there I am sitting on the big C. Oh, I'm actually wearing the same suit that our artist used to draw this picture. Oh, but I can't help but be honest. No, that's great. That's pretty funny. And here's all my contact information. So thank you all very much, and enjoy the rest of the conference.
There's sessions on Classcaster next.
Yeah.
I already got it. In this room.
Sure, if you want to. I certainly don't.
Oh, I can. So, you know, it's just cost, like a half hour. Yeah, cost.
Does anybody here use Bloomberg Law? What do you use? Everything?
Not yet, but our securities clinic uses it. And then our individual students use it who are interested in IP or corporate law. They're good, they're not perfect, obviously, but they do such a good job integrating all that BA stuff with the private stuff and news. They're news. I mean, during the class, you'll see the news updating. And it's kind of,
I made this
You can run a company report.
yeah, and they give you
I still don't know.
college.
couple words in the company,
Radical, whatever.
Well, I mean, I was thinking,
instead
of me giving this such explanation,
exactly.
Work.
Yeah, I thought of that word too.
And they also have these deals.
I like that one.
Practice areas that are.
I covered, I left two writing on illustration,
2013, 30 page, you know, thing about it. It was just,
Wow.
for upper level, it's really good. And he said that
Doesn't
was
sound like that for my class. Thanks, Joe.
Well, I had like 35.
It's hard for me to imagine.
Yeah.
That's what I thought I was Cali. That was the
Yeah.
Some
Yeah.
pastries.
Yeah. No, we're here.
That's right, it wasn't helpful at all.
But that was
Very, very, yeah, and it's fun, it's fun.
But for, transactional people and it's really good.
Thanks so much for coming.
It's for that kind of thing. I mean, less on less to worry about. Yeah. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Thanks. Thank you.
The little phrase.
Thank you.
In key terms.
Yeah.
They vote.
Yeah.
And then for them to be able to get credit.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, I mean, I had a total of 10 different cards. Very people were winning and then calling out.
Oh, that might very well
Or if your randomization really did that, because literally there were only 2 words that are not going to use. You would have always been hitting something on your card.
You know, the concentration game,
Yeah.
is that also a same special?
Yeah.
That would be fun to do too. I mean, the variation on this would be to do.
So I don't know if people would really call stuff out. You know, I don't know how fast people would want it.
Our librarian knows nothing about live tour.
Really?
She's gonna look into it.
Yeah, I think it's really cool.
But no, if you want.
I was inspired to come up with that idea, but you know, museum tours, where you walk around.
Of course.
Yeah. And
So you thought of it?
yeah, I thought of it, and then Austin implemented it.
You know, there are.
And then, yeah, he went out into the
It sounds fantastic.
community. And I was having an obsession that day with the QR codes. I was like, oh, we should do this. He came up with a name for it, and
Can't keep up with you guys.
I have a convoluted process of work.
I see.
It's convoluted, it's not that we
This is why I get paid the big bucks. Process.
I can't imagine what snacks they have now.
oh, that's right, it's snack time.
Oh,
I mean, unbelievable snacks.
I have never had one of those flip cards before. That's enough snack from last year.
I can't eat a whole one.
I never had one before either.
They're rich, dense.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's like,
The idea about having individual
Yeah.
investors handling case briefing, exercise orientation, but have concerns about it as well. Of course, your concerns.
Good job, Dan.
Stop TV.
I think consistency and everything easier to coordinate. Well, of course it will be.
We played bingo.
When you ask me to do
Yeah.
something, I say yes.
That was this last session.
You can say
You missed
no.
Cliff Bar. You won Cliff Bar.
All right, Dan, is this your hat?
that's my hat.
All right, let's go back to work.
Okay.
What I say is change.
But yeah, I think that
I am,
it's very important that I go to San Diego when I'm serving.
you know, we're 164, 61, 64. I think this is what we need to do.
Double. Be valuable work.
Yeah, because you know how
Not
that.
for me.
Oh, wait, it was a
Pay for
favorite.
itself.
It would pay for itself.
It'll pay for itself many
I
times
think this
over.
is.
Learning how to surf,
This
yeah.
is
Yeah,
I was thinking more sending me to San Diego.
that might be a different employer than me.
Keep hustling, honey.
And more.
La.
Sounds like you had a lot of fun in that session.
Yeah, it was. It was pretty
Same gig.
Yeah, it's enough to keep you awake, you know.
Maybe some.
And it's just stuff that I could have been given before I left.
What's a design comp?
Design comp, why?
I read that in the RFQ.
Oh, they are.
Good design comp.
I do.
Lost mine and right here, show it to me.
See, this is a design problem.
What?
This will take two.
Don't, but I'm gonna go get some snacks so I can
Do you need coffee out there?
What?
Do you need coffee out there?
don't think so.
Consider that.
I thought people were asking for it.
You know, have you ever used?
Yeah, I did use it briefly,
No.
so I can't explain, but I can explain it to you. It, like all the other products, it's very easy.
And so you're that giant, this is tiny. Okay, because I don't know what I thought it was, but she said they just call it on the phone, so.
That's if you want to record a podcast, rather than using a, like that. What I use for podcasting is one of those audio recorders, you know.
Oh, just
I'm sure you've seen them before. The little, you know, no, I don't know, we need to, you know, about this big. That's got a real high quality microphone. And that's what I usually use for my podcasting. But if I would have to be like right now, I'm looking for, you know, I can't find it. And I'm thinking, gosh, you know, I got a great idea for a podcast. So I just pick up my phone, call that number.
Did you get a hack?
No.
Oh, there you go.
So, you've been struggling with the concept of the effects test.
So you're gonna go first.
Okay.
Take as much time as you like.
Okay.
Remember that.
Are you sure? Because you can give me the cut sign.
Send it.
Right
Yeah,
down
that's
to,
fine. I've got, there's like one thing.
But that's not the only
show,
class
and
test. I've never used that
and
function.
a couple other little things to talk about.
But,
But I see they also, there's also video.
I'll be back. Oh, if for some reason I'm
They
not
speak up
here,
there,
it's
yeah,
4 o'clock,
according to their.
start without heat, and then I'll just.
Okay. Somehow I missed the, all the stuff. Trying to figure it out. I'm sorry, I was started talking before I forgot.